All right guys, we are at Ender's Reservoir Campground. We're at a really neat campground just outside of Ender's, Nebraska. And we're just stopping in for a night, and I thought we would check out this campground, show you where the best spots are, and take a look around. We are in site number 4. We're not super far from the water, but we're not exactly close either. But we do get to see it from the trailer, which is perfect for me. Site 4. So we back up right onto a good little hill that lets us look over at the water. Down below there are fire pits, which if it wasn't so windy and so hot and so dry, that would be really cool to sit around in a nice cool evening, especially with this spot here. You can have a good look at the water. So this is site 5 that I'm right next to that has probably the best fire pit. This is the water pump system that you have. It's super powerful, so you need a regulator. To stay hooked up on because you're actually sharing it with your neighbors. But I mean, I guess if you didn't have neighbors, you could hook up to it. But the problem is if somebody comes in the middle of the night, they got to unhook you in the process. So ideally, you want to fill up your tank, holding tank, with water and then unhook. From what we can tell, there's no camper on site, no boss person on site. So you pick up your envelope somewhere in here, and then you drop it off. Oh, there they are, hidden underneath. Now let's take a look at the campsites that are closest to the water. These guys are the ones that have the electricity and the access to water on the site. So you can see they have actually some pretty nice sites here. Like, look at these guys. They're lined up lengthwise against the water. What a great view. So these will probably be my top picks for sites. We'll walk by and catch the numbers. But this is basically anything from sites 1 to 22 in here, and all of them have a bit of a look at the water. So the best sites in the campground are definitely sites 17 through to 22, which is basically all of these guys in here. There are another 20 or so sites as well that have just electrical, no access to water, and those are actually closer to the dump station. A very simple kids park here, so you can come out and have a little swing, but I would imagine most of the fun is all had on the beach. If you are a Horseshoe fan, they do have Horseshoe pits. I absolutely love a good round of Horseshoe. And one thing Dippy will tell you is that get your dog some booties if you want to do any walking on the grass. This is full of little stickers that really bothers the poor dog's feet, so we try not to go on the grass. Okay, so I'm rather impressed with the beach in the middle of nowhere here. It's really quite pretty. It is first come, first served. You can't reserve So that is the one challenge. You want to get here early. A tactic I know that many people use, and I can see it actually in the campsite today, is putting up a tent, paying for an extra night, maybe on a Thursday that's not as popular, putting up a tent, saving your spot, and then you're securing your campsite for the weekend if that's your thing. But this offers a really great place to just take a walk down by the water. We are headed over into the primitive camping area, tenters area, however you want to call it. So there are lots of places open on a Friday, on a long weekend at 5 o'clock in this campground if you don't need power and you don't need water. So if you can boondock it, you can get, like, this is a beautiful spot in here to pull in and be able to access the water. Beautiful spot, but there's no power and there's no water. This is the J and L section. And there is water directly behind us if you need to fill up a tub or something like that, but there's just no waters in the individual site.